Selling a house is a significant undertaking and one that requires careful planning, strategy, and some expertise. Whether you're a seasoned homeowner or a first-time seller, I will walk you through the essential steps to ensure a successful and rewarding home selling experience. Bottom line, how do we put the most amount of money into your pocket? I really appreciate you watching this episode. I'm Crystal Glenning, and I have been a realtor here in Southern California, primarily Long Beach, for almost 2 decades. And during that time, things have changed a lot in this industry. But my job as a realtor is very straightforward, and that is to navigate you from the beginning to the end of the transaction and to protect your best interest every step of the way. When I meet with sellers, there are 4 big questions that we need to get answered. What is the home worth? How do we position your home to sell for the top dollar? How do we attract the right buyer? And how do we negotiate and close on the best offer possible? So at our first meeting, let's get real clear on what your priorities are. What's most important to you? What's your ideal scenario for selling? What are you willing to do and not do? What I've learned over the years is that the more transparent we are, the more successful our outcome will be, from the beginning to the end. It is so important that you choose to work with someone that you trust, as this relationship develops quickly as we go through the process, and it needs to be a collaborative effort based on open communication from the beginning to the end. Neither of us wants to be guessing or wondering what the other person is thinking or doing. A successful sale does not happen on accident. It happens on purpose. And selling your house is a process. And the process is driven by a clearly defined goal, a strategy, and an execution plan. I know that if we do certain things in a certain way, we're going to get certain results. So I have put together a business plan that's going to create that kind of success as we get your home sold. It's broken down into 3 phases: preparing the home to go on the market, going live on the market, and negotiating the highest and best offer to get to a close. How an agent approaches each of these phases has a direct impact on your final sales price and ultimately what you net at the close of escrow. Most people don't realize this, and they think that whoever they work with, the final sales price is going to be the final sales price. And that simply is not the case. In fact, what you net at the close of escrow can vary 1 to 10% up or down, depending on how the agent strategizes and negotiates on your behalf. All agents are not the same. All agents do not do the same things in the same way. All agents do not have a business plan for the process, and all agents do not work with the same level of experience, ability, expertise, and professionalism. So let's go through the plan. Preparing the home for sale is stage 1. And this is a really important part of our pricing strategy. What you're willing to do and not do during the preparation phase is a determining factor on where we price the home. Prior to going on the market, there are a number of factors that we need to discuss, and these are vital to a successful sale. When it comes down to it, we want any potential buyer to be able to see themselves in your home and making it their own. And what you're willing to do allows this to happen. The more we can create the feel of a model home, the more the home will sell for. Bottom line. Buyers respond to the fantasy of a perfect life and a perfect home where everything is neat and clean and orderly without any clutter or any visual distractions. Making a first impression is absolutely critical, and we want to confirm that your property is the best in show. When people see your house both online and in person, we want there to be this wow factor, especially because we don't get a second chance at this. And what I've learned is that the house that you live in is not the house that you take to the market. One of the advantages of working with a realtor that has so much experience is that I can also help with resources, people of all kinds that can help facilitate fixes, upgrades, repairs, whatever else we may need to get your house prepared to go on the market. Phase 2 of the business plan. Going live on the market. For this, I use what I consider a trifecta approach. We're going after 1, an online global presence, 2, networking with other agents, and 3, a local grassroots approach. I'm working to change the way that people view and buy property. We really want to tap into a bit of emotion and pull on a few heartstrings. Gone are the days where you just open the door for an open house, you put out a cheap flyer in the front yard with your sign, you run a print ad in the local paper, and then you hope and wish and pray that someone's going to write you an offer. This is now a multi-dimensional effort to expose the house so that it sells for top dollar because we've exposed it to the most amount of people as possible. And we need to take advantage of all the resources available to do that. Each of these steps has the potential to expose your property to thousands of buyers in the first few weeks. We want to drive traffic to your property. That brings us to phase 3 of the business plan: negotiating offers, going through escrow, and getting to a successful close. When we get to this phase, I'll then walk you through all the necessary details and the important deadlines, laying out what I'll be responsible for and what you'll be responsible for. We both have a job in this phase. What I want you to know about this phase is that I'm really tough on negotiating points, but I'm people friendly. I'm creative with my solutions for issues that come up during the transaction, and since every transaction is different, this is really an asset. I run my business like a business so that we can achieve certain results, and those are the results that I've laid out here. I work with systems confirming that all of the expectations are met. In addition to that, I have a support team that is very focused on all of the details to get us to a successful close. As we go through escrow, you will continue to be updated on happenings. Again, communication is key from the beginning to the end. Homes do not sell themselves, nor do they sell at a set price. Homes sell in a range. And with the strategy and execution that I implement, we're going to make sure that your house is selling at the top of that range. If this is the kind of experience you're looking for and the kind of results you're looking to achieve, contact me. Honestly, reach out. I would love to continue this conversation. I hope you've liked what you've learned. Please don't forget to subscribe to my page and like this episode. Make it a great day.